Some say the solution to Cincinnati's affordable housing crisis or problem is a proposed charter amendment that, as you may or may not know, is on the May ballot. Issue 3 would create an affordable housing trust fund and mandate $50 million be allocated to that trust fund annually. Reporter Mariel Carbone is at the Board of Elections office where early voting has already been underway. She breaks down issue 3 and what it could actually mean for you.
Well, the question here isn't whether it's important or necessary to invest in affordable housing. The question is the funding for all of this and what it'll mean if it passes. For some, they say this would be a milestone investment into affordable housing, but others say that this would bankrupt the city. With every new build downtown, the rent keeps rising.
It's kind of a rough situation.
Stephen Clare knows firsthand the struggle of finding a place to live. He's been through it, often living with a few roommates just to make rent, and still scraping money together to pay.
Security deposits and things like that, you're essentially paying, 3 months rent up front just to move in.
He says even though he had a job, sometimes 2, it didn't matter.
My car was one breakdown away from me not knowing which bill I wasn't going to pay that month.
It's why he's supportive of issue 3, a charter amendment now in the hands of the voters. It'll require the city of Cincinnati to allocate $50 million annually to the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. The money will help build and maintain affordable units. All must be affordable for those making 60% of the median household income in Hamilton County. That's about $34,000 a year. Half for those making 30% of the median household income. Claire says the major investment in affordable housing would benefit the entire community.
Investing in your community, absolutely. It pays for itself. I don't see a downside.
But others say there are major downsides.
Seconds mean the difference between life or death.
Matt Alter is the president of Local 48, which represents Cincinnati firefighters. He says if issue 3 passes, it'll mean
catastrophic cuts to the fire department.
That's because the city argues if the amendment passes, it'll have to cut its general fund budget by about 13% to come up with the money. This is a look at some of the cuts the city manager says will happen. A cut of $14 million to the police department, $4 million to public services, and $6 million to the fire department. That would also include rolling brownouts, meaning firehouses would rotate being closed for a period of time.
You're playing a game of Russian roulette because you never know when. We don't know where fires are going to happen.
So that is an incredible cut. And would really, the size of that would be catastrophic.
City Manager Paula Boggs-Muthing calls the charter amendment an unfunded mandate. The amendment lists 4 potential funding sources, 3 of which the city says aren't allowed by law. Those include revenue from the lease or sale of the Cincinnati Southern Railway, an impact fee for developers, a personal income tax on the award of stock options in publicly traded companies. The remaining option is the city's general fund budget.
Most places that have done this have had some sort of income tax or property tax, some sort of dedicated revenue stream.
But backers of the charter amendment, like Josh Spring, have said from the beginning.
The issue 3 charter amendment specifically does not say that anything needs to be cut.
And that this is necessary to address affordable housing, which supporters believe the city has failed to do time and time again.
They sort of throw everything at saying no, which is why we decided a while back, we just got to take this to the people, because the folks at City Hall are not feeling the urgency.
As for those other funding sources nixed by the city, Spring says developer impact fees are common and used in other cities. And the money from the railroad, the city used those same funds 3 years ago to fund affordable housing.
What they are now saying is illegal. They were holding a press conference celebrating 3 years ago.
And Election Day is on May 4th. Now, if this passes, the city manager says she expects the city solicitor's office to challenge the legality of this amendment. You can find all the details on issue 3 on our website. That's WCPO.com. Reporting from the Board of Elections office, I'm Mariel Carbone, WCPO 9 News.